Hello, welcome to another show. I'm Sid, and today I'll be reviewing your filters on Instagram. Not Facebook, don't even ask. I hate Facebook, it's the worst. I know that Instagram is owned by Facebook. I wish there was something I could do about that, but there isn't, so I have to make do. I'm reviewing filters on Instagram today. Don't at me. That's what? Okay, fine. That's the intro, I guess. So a few of the people subscribed to this channel have already clicked the link that is in the description of almost every single video I've posted and followed me over on Instagram. If you haven't, why haven't you? I mean, you've got plenty of time. We all have. I'll wait. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to follow me on Instagram, but it would be nice. It would be cool. Anyway, so a few people have followed me over on Instagram. They've sent me messages and I've been able to look at their profiles, see some of the stuff that they're working on. A lot of it's awesome, really cool stuff, and way more imaginative and creative than anything I could have come up with. So I'm glad these tutorials have led to such innovative filter making endeavors. I wanted to do a little bit of a breakdown video where I talked about how I think they were made, maybe give some constructive feedback on how I think they might be improved. This is not going to be, I said review, this is not really a review. I won't be giving them a ranked score or comparing them to each other. This is not the needle drop. I'm not Anthony Fantano and I don't think my head is shaped like a melon, but you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Basically what I want to do in this video is break down a few of those filters, like scroll through the profiles, check them out, break down how I think they were made, some of the techniques that might have been used, as well as possibly offering some constructive criticism or feedback, because this is, after all, primarily a tutorial channel. It's mostly about education and information, and so I feel like highlighting some of the things that could be improved would not only benefit the person who made that filter, but also anyone looking to make similar filters. Before we jump into the actual video proper though, I just wanted to say thank you to the people who contributed to my PayPal, the fund for my broken laptop, which a few of you have sent messages and I've responded to them, but I just wanted to say publicly here, thank you for your support. I appreciate it, it means the world to me, and I'm very grateful to have you guys watching my videos and supporting me in that way. I know in my last video I said I would try and make this video in the same week. I'm sorry it took me a little bit longer than that. I've been busy with work, but I haven't actually been that busy. I've just been putting it off because I don't like the idea of sitting in front of this camera, filming myself talking out loud into an empty room. It feels different for some reason when I'm sat in front of my laptop and I'm screen recording. So this whole situation that we've got going on right now, it's a little bit jarring for me, especially when I have to edit these videos, which I imagine this one in particular is going to be difficult because there's going to be a lot of screen recording and a lot of cutting between. So I don't know how I'm going to figure out the audio on this, but we'll see what happens. I should probably also mention it's cold out and I have my window open today, so I'm just chilling with this blanket on. It's really the only reason that I've decided to make this video today. I wasn't gonna, it's too cold, I didn't want to get out of bed, but threw on the blanket and now I feel like a superhero. So let's get right into reviews. Oh my god, what is this channel? What is this video turning into? I don't know. Let's just get on with it. Forget that ever happened. So the first person I want to talk about today goes by the username gimmemysocksback on Instagram. They have one filter right now. They subscribed to my channel, they follow me on Instagram, sent me a couple messages. They even jumped in my live a few weeks ago when I was wandering around in the woods. I got to have a little chat with them. Seems like a really cool person. But yeah, they only have one filter right now. Why aren't you making more filters, man? Like, if you're watching this video, make more filters, because I want to see them. I want to check them out, because the first one you made's pretty cool. We're going to go over to that right now. I'm going to try and cut between so we can see me trying on the glasses that you made. Let's go. So here we have gimmemysocksback's Instagram profile, which as you can see currently has one filter called Them Pinks. I'll show you the preview quickly. It's basically some pink glasses which overlay, track onto your eyes, even if you're wearing glasses, which is handy because I wear glasses. I'm going to click try it and we'll see what it looks like on me. Nice. I'll take these off so you can get a better view. Basically what we've got here are some pink glasses, which are either made from primitive shapes inside of Spark AR Studio, or just a 3D model that's been downloaded and imported. I like, particularly what stands out to me is the fact that the frames of the glasses and the legs, or arms if you prefer, are more opaque and a slightly different shade of pink than the frames, which are more translucent, obviously because they're supposed to represent glass or plastic, and yeah, I like the contrast between those two colors. I also noticed that there are some freckles underneath. It's pretty subtle, but if you can see them, there's freckles going across the under eye and the bridge of the nose. They're also pink. I'm guessing that you learned that from my tutorial, which I appreciate you for watching, and yours definitely look better than mine do. So there's something to be said for that, I'm sure. I also like this, where you have, it's like what I would guess to be close to a makeup look, where you have the white, almost like eyeshadow or foundation, and then you've changed the contrast and added this little pattern on top, which is mirrored on both sides. I like that. I like the layers that you have going on. So it's not just the glasses, there's a little bit more detail, a little bit more depth to this one, which I like. One thing I would point out as potentially improvable is the clipping that you're seeing on the glasses, where the legs and the arms, this is a leg, this is an arm, where the legs are, they're not quite going through my ear or my hair, so you're seeing them as just this big long strip. If you were to use a head occluder, which is available in the Spark Assets reference pack, which is downloadable on their website, I'll probably throw a link in the description. If you use the head occluder, then you can model that to be the shape of your head or the model's head in Spark AR, and what it does is you put the glasses over the top of that and it will occlude them. So once it hits the part where my ear would be, it will cut through and come out the other side, and it will look a little bit cleaner. But other than that, there isn't much to improve on. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe you could have a tap to change where the colors change. You could possibly update it in that way. So you tap, it goes from pink to purple or something like that. Or maybe these little patterns here, you could have some different patterns when you tap, or even different shaped glasses. But honestly, this is a great foundation. I really like this filter, and yeah, I hope that you make more in the future. If you're watching, make more filters, because I want to see more stuff from you. And we're back over here in the landscape. I love it. I love all this extra space to do this with my hands. I don't know. So the next person I want to talk about is a user named Purpleplexed on Instagram. Now this account already has over 10k followers, and I don't think that my promotion, my shout out on this channel will do much for the numbers that he's probably already getting, but you've sent me some lovely messages on Instagram. I really appreciate you. You've been subscribed for a long time, since probably the start of this channel almost, and yeah, I just wanted to highlight some of the cool stuff that you've been working on, because looking through the filters that you're making so far, there's a lot of good stuff in there, and I can see that you're like a talented person. I had a little scroll through your Instagram, clicked on some of your links, and as far as I can tell, you're an artist. From your stories, you seem like you paint. So there's a lot going on there, and all of that creativity is going into those filters. So I just wanted to show them off here for everyone to see. So here we are over on Purpleplexed Instagram account. As you can see, he has 4 filters live at the moment: Speak Blossom, Positive Vibes, Gloss Angel, and Be Kiafu, which I'm not sure I'm pronouncing right, and I apologize if that was wrong. So I'm going to first of all click on Speak Blossom. I'll show you the preview for that. Just looking at it, it's a basic mask, the same that you could create using one of the video tutorials on my channel, but with a unique twist, which I will talk about more after I've tried it on. So yeah, I think this one looks good. Like I said, it's a simple mask effect, probably one of the first things most people will learn to do when they use Spark AR for the first time. But the unique thing about this one, and what I like most, is the way that the mask appears as though it's been hand painted. Like you can see the individual brush strokes, and there's definitely like some shading here, and the whole mouth thing is really popping against those colors. I don't know whether it was done in Photoshop or GIMP or some other editing program, or whether it was actually hand painted. So yeah, I really like this filter. I don't see any improvements like in terms of the actual artistic quality. Maybe the eyes and the mouth could be tap to change, so you could have like different color eyes or something like that. Maybe you could have like maybe a smaller version of this mouth spinning in the eyes, something like that. I don't know. You've clearly got a vision, and like I respect that. So yeah, I like this filter a lot. Next up we have Positive Vibes, which is another Purpleplexed original, and there's a lot of reflections going on. It looks to me like there's 2 different images, 2 different layers of images, this one here and this one here, which you can kind of trace around the face. You can see where they actually connect up. I think they're alternating back and forth, and there's an HDRI with a 360-degree image that's reflecting light. So the spotlight or the lighting source that's in the scene in Spark AR is probably moving back and forth, reflecting off of those HDRIs and creating this illusion of movement and glossiness. I could be wrong about this. I haven't actually used Spark AR in over a month at this point, so I'm a little bit rusty on some of these more technical details, but that's what I would guess is happening. Again, I like the pink, same as Give Me My Socks Back, similar type of shade of pink, which I kind of like. I enjoy this color, especially with the shiny reflections. Yeah, the only thing I could really think of to improve is probably, again, just tap to change, maybe change the colors, things like that. Maybe the eyes, just to create a more cyberpunk effect. But otherwise, yeah, this is another great filter, putting out positive vibes onto Instagram. Okay, so next up we have Gloss Angel, which is another similar effect, where it looks like the eyes here, the spiky parts of the eyes are one image, and the face itself is a different mask, a different layer, and then there's an HDRI with reflective properties and some kind of source light in the scene, which is rotating to create this illusion of movement. I like this one too. If I go back to this one for a second, you see it's very similar, but I do like the different patterns, the different styles. The eyes on this one remind me of the mouth from this one. So there's definitely a consistency among the filters you're creating, and I fuck with that. I like that a lot. I honestly can't stop looking at this one. It's just quite fun to look at in the camera. Yeah, not much to improve on here. Like I say, this is pretty cool. I haven't really worked with the spotlights and lighting in the scene myself, so I hope to get back to that soon and try some of this stuff out for myself because it looks cool. Okay, so the last filter we have here is the Be Careful filter by Purpleplexed. And the first thing you'll see is all this is flying out of my eyes. So that's going to be a particle system, which you can implement directly from Spark AR. There are a lot of tutorials about this, especially from Catalyst, who have made some great videos explaining how this particular feature works. I like the way it tracks onto my eyes. It's pretty consistent, and the color change is nice too. I don't know whether you've done that with JavaScript or whether it's animating through, like animation cycling through a bunch of different colors of the same image you've decided to use. I also know for a fact that this one has tap to change features. So if I tap it, then you'll see, I'll move out of the way for a second. You'll see this is like a Stay Home or Dance With Us meme, the dancing funeral march guys with the coronavirus and a little smiley face. I like this one. This is pretty fun. We can keep tapping. You'll see it now has fireworks changing color behind us. I think those are the same firework assets as the ones that are coming out of my eyes. Tap again, and the entire background turns like a shade of violet. I like this filter. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I like the particle effects from the eyes. I like the memery that you've got going on with the background, and I like this particularly because of the way the colors change and the way it matches the particle effects that are shooting out of my eyes. One idea I would have to improve this one, and I don't know whether you're familiar with JavaScript or even know that you can use it in Spark AR, but there are a lot of tutorials online involving JavaScript, and with this background in particular, I would consider looking into JavaScript for random color generation, because I did this once with a filter that I made but never published. The video I watched had a random color changing heart. So every time you tapped on the screen, the heart would change to a different randomly generated color. And you just wrote a little bit of script and the whole thing worked for you. You could probably do that with this particular background, but not have it be tap to change, just have it automatically change between randomly generated colors. There are some videos I could probably link to if you were interested in something like that. But otherwise, I would say, yeah, all the filters that you've made that are live on your profile right now are really cool. I appreciate the comments that you've made saying that I helped with some of this creation, but I got to give you credit because you're a very imaginative person. You've clearly got an artistic flair. I think you're going to go places, man. You got the numbers to back it up. So as long as you keep putting stuff out there, I think people will come to you, people will start watching, or people will continue to watch. And we're back in the landscape one more time, where it doesn't feel like 2006 with those black bars on the side of the screen. I've edited together all the footage that I filmed so far, and the video is coming up close to 15 minutes. So I think I'm going to break it off here. I'm probably going to make a part 2 because there are a few more people whose profiles I want to check out, filters I want to kind of break down and look at. But I want to give each person and each filter the time that it deserves. So I think it's probably about time I wrap this video up. If you do want to see a part 2, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what you thought of this video, whether anything I said made sense. If you want to be in the next video, hit me up on Instagram, just send me a message so I know to look at your profile, and I'll try and include you next time. If you are new to the channel, I usually make tutorials, but my laptop's broken, so I'm adapting and trying to do some different types of content for the time being. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Thank you to the people whose filters I reviewed, gimmemysocksback and Purpleplexed, and I hope all of you have a nice day. Peace.